we are back for another Random Take Tuesday. You guys know the deal. I just pick a random topic I want to talk about. I talk about and then we move on with our lives. But today's going to be a little bit different. We're going to go back in time because I decided to play every single Mario Kart 64 track and I'm going to rank each one of them. This is how it's going to work. Each track gets up to 10 points. 5 stars for how fun it was to play, 3 stars for track design and layout, 2 stars for overall concept. And on top of that, there's a bonus nostalgia star. Because let's be honest, this game hits a little bit different if you grew up with it. By the end of the video, the track with the highest score gets the crown as the best Mario Kart 64 track. And we're also gonna see which ones maybe didn't age as well as we remember. So let's get ready to drive, starting with Luigi Raceway. How do you accelerate? Okay. It's basically a tutorial track, but let me tell you a secret. I kind of like tracks like this. The ones that feel like real life racetracks. Maybe that's an unpopular opinion. However, there's something low-key fun about it. Even though the track is simple as hell, I can pretend I hate it, but let's be real. I can't really give more than 2.5 stars, right? There's nothing much here. Layout-wise, it's about as basic as it gets. 2 huge curves and long-ass straight lines. It literally looks like a track from the PS2 game Cars. You guys remember that one? But still works for me, so 1.5 stars for layout. Concept, right, I mean, what concept? A racetrack that is a racetrack. So yeah, 1 is the least I can do for my boy Luigi. As for the bonus star, nostalgia hits hard here. And this was the first track I ever played in my first ever Mario Kart. So of course it's gonna get the star. That's put Luigi Raceway with a total of 6 stars. And yeah, Peach is screwed in the last second here.
You know, and here is much harder, so I'll... No. Oh my... What have I done? Why did I do that? Why did I do that? Anyway, next race.
Moo Moo Farm is a classic. There's literally no one who played this track and didn't try to go over the fence to meet the cows, right? And it's another simple track. It's basically just an oval with some moles popping out of the ground and that's it. And I really wish Nintendo had remade this one instead of Moo Meadows again. Every game has Moo Moo Meadows. This whole calm countryside vibe hits me hard. And just so you know, I have never lost a single race in Moo Moo Farm. I don't know if that's good or not. Now for the score. Even though I loved as a kid, it really didn't hit as hard as used to. It's fun, but not as fun anymore. So yeah, another 2.5. And layout, I mean, well, layout, like I said, just an oval with a few moles, so 0.5. The concept itself is good. Nowadays, it's kind of overused, but this specific farm with the friendly cows and that cozy Windows-like background, just nice to be in. I'll give it 1.5 stars. And I think by now you guys know that this is gonna get the bonus point. And honestly, maybe most of the tracks are gonna get one too. So the total score here is 5.5.
Mario. Peach is gone by now, right? It's impossible to catch her. Oh, maybe not. Don't fuck up. Oh my god, I didn't get any item, but I think I never lost in Moo Moo Farms. Moo Farm is my area. Oh, Mario and Luigi are doomed. Holy.
We arrive at Koopa Troopa Beach and the soundtrack here is great. But this beach has a weird vibe going on. And this is the first of the weird vibe tracks. This badge is gonna show up every time the track feels a little bit off. It's so quiet. The sea is calm, has this weird blue color, kind of dark, I don't know. Something doesn't feel right. And like, what about the shortcut that I don't even know it helps you too much because it's so hard to get it right? Now, gameplay wise, hitting the rocks here is a problem. Your car just gives up and stops. And what about those ramps? Do they actually give you a boost or they are just random ramps? Score time, I guess. This track is fun. And I think I had more fun here than in the last two tracks. The trees, the rocks, all this extra stuff makes it more challenging, even if it's just a bit more. 3 stars. And I like the layout too. The waterfall, the ramps, the Koopa-like rock. But the vibe that I mentioned earlier kind of drags it down for me. It feels lonely. So 2 stars. A beach with a huge ass Koopa shaped rock. If you think about it for more than 5 seconds, it's kinda goofy. However, when I was a kid I loved it. But still, this lonely beach with that dark water, I don't know, like, I think 1 for concept. I debated a lot on giving this one the bonus point, and I'm still not sure. If I think too much, I might change my mind again, but no bonus point for you. And back to Princess Peach, she was a hard rival in this one, I'm not gonna lie. In the end, I was winning, I had the lead, and yeah, what can I say?
I can't. Oh my god. Oh my god, and she got all the items. Fuck, 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 fuck. Everything is here. Oh my god. I don't even know how to speak anymore. Get out. Look at this soundtrack coming. Oh no! Oh, what?
And now, the classic, the amazing, the Red Dead Redemption-like masterpiece, Kalimari Desert. This track has one of the best soundtracks ever, and I explored this track so much, every single corner of it when I was younger. I didn't care about winning the match. I even started like time trials in a bunch of tracks just to explore them, and this one was one of them. Of course, I drove straight onto the train tracks and followed the train like everyone watching this video probably did. I also tried to ride towards the sun like a cowboy. Arthur Morgan will be proud of me. The Mario Kart 8 Deluxe remake was a good one. It adds some variety for the track, but still, it just didn't hit as hard as the original one. And for every YouTuber complaining like, "Oh, you need stop for the train, what kind of race makes you stop? It breaks the pacing, blah 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 blah." Bro, that's the gimmick of this track. And it's a great one. If every race is just about driving non-stop, just go play Forza or something. Okay, for the score, what can I say? It's obvious this race is amazing. It's 5 stars for fun. The layout here is simple, but at the same time it's very interesting. The track is nice, has some twists and turns. The feeling that this track gives with the sky and the background, those rocks and stuff, it's great. The train tracks and all the mystery around where this is taking you, of course it's gonna get it 3 stars. And I mean, for concept, 2 stars of course. And well, if you guys paid attention, this is already 10 stars, but now it's 11. Yeah, I'm totally biased.
Of course, it's advertisement. Of course, in future Mario Karts, that got a huge thing, but give me the prize.
And that's how we end the Mushroom Cup, with a win, and I'm very proud of winning the easiest cup in the game. Thanks to the huge ass floating Cheep Cheep for vomiting my trophy. And next up is the Flora Cup. And this one, you guys are gonna see. We start the Flora Cup with a great track. I think it's a kind of controversial take, but I love Toad's Turnpike. The soundtrack here is insanely good, and the vibes are unmatched. It reminds me of waking up early for a road trip with your parents, with the sun rising, or like I had just been in the US to Disneyland, and after long days in the parks, you get in the car and drive back to the Airbnb while the sun is setting. damn, like that's the vibe. But let's take a minute to talk about Toad in his own track. This little guy is buffed. He hits everything, gets absolutely screwed over by everyone, and somehow he was always up there with me. As for the score, I had fun trying to avoid the cars, and honestly, those road trip memories I just talked about helped a lot here, but trying to be less biased, I can't really give more than 3 stars, right? The track itself is very simple, but in Mario Kart 64, the cars and the trucks and all the traffic make it way more challenging. Much more than in A Deluxe, where it's super easy to avoid everything, and you even get a wall ride section, so yeah, man, they did this track a little bit dirty on A Deluxe. It's kinda easy and the vibe is completely gone, but we are talking about MK64, and this one gets 2 stars for layout. The concept that maybe I created in my mind of a road trip at sunrise or sunset, stuck in traffic, is just really good. It's simple, but man, it gets me right there. 2 stars. And yeah, of course it's gonna get a bonus point. That gives Toad's Turnpike a total score of 9. This is gonna make so many people upset. But I was so focused on Toad that Bowser happened.
You
Pika
fuck.
pika, Pikachu, pika pika, pika
Suck.
pika.
That's what I mean. Go, 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 go. And I mean, let's talk about the star, okay? The star power up. I'm gonna win. Oh, 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 oh. Why? Every time. Every time. What happened? Next one, Frappe Snowland. I don't think I'm gonna get first place in this cup at all.
I don't know if I just suck in this game or what, but this track was really hard and slippery in 150cc. When I was a kid and played this on 50cc, was super easy. What happened? But let's take a minute to talk about the star power up. I think that in this Mario Kart, the star is so overpowered. It makes you invincible and super fast, and you can run through people, objects, but nowadays, bro, star sucks. It just makes you invincible for what, 2 seconds? I don't know, and looks like at least you not go fast. But everything I just said is just my feeling, so it may not be true.
How? Doom. What the fuck?
Pika pika.
I'm last. Almost last.
So let's go to the score. In 150cc, like I said, and me being trash in this game, it was super challenging. That said, the track has some fun gimmicks that we're gonna talk in a second, so I'm giving it 3.5 stars. The layout is actually really solid. It takes you through bridges, you drive between massive snow walls, some hard curves, and an army of exploding snowmen, which is a sentence that I never thought I'd say my entire life. Also, can we stop for a moment and think that in the Mario Kart universe, someone designed a racetrack with exploding snowmen? Anyway, 3 stars. The layout and the concept kinda land here, and I like the layout, so I like the concept. Of course, snowmen are cool, but it's a little bit weird that they're exploding. I don't know, I think 1.5 stars. Now for the bonus point. Yeah, this one is tough, cause I remember playing when I was younger and loving the snowy vibe and the soundtrack. However, does it hit me that hard in the nostalgia department? Sure, why not? That gives Frappe Snowland a total score of 9. Yeah, go on, be mad with me.
This guy, these curves are so... Keep going. I might have another one. But I'm kinda... Fuck. Oh my... That was terrible. Terrible. I'm gonna change my position to the focus position. I'm in.
Boy, oh boy, we are in for a wild ride in Choco Mountain. This track was never one of my favorites, but it had its charm. I think the remaster in A Deluxe was kinda downgrade and an upgrade at the same time, The graphics somehow look worse than the original, but at the same time, it looks way more chocolatey than the N64 version. But what Nintendo did to Choco Mountain on Mario Kart World, like, it's a good track. I actually enjoy playing it, but that's not Choco Mountain anymore. Change the name to like Choco Mine or Choco whatever, or don't put the same name. So talking about the race, everything was fine. I wasn't in first, but I was having a good time. Then this happened. Yeah, I hit myself. And from this moment on, everything went downhill. I hit all the walls, and now I understand why Nintendo changed this track in the newer games. Because these narrow roads, those edges you can just fall off from, hell.
I need to get at least fourth. I'm not gonna get anything. What happened? What happened? I'm never gonna criticize the new Choco Mountain again. It's much easier than this shit. Maybe that's why they changed. Nintendo's making everything easier nowadays. Holy, I got fifth. I have nothing to say. Oh, the song. Oh my god. I feel so bad after hearing this.
And I also completely forgot that in this game you need to retry if you're not at least fourth place. So, yeah, this went on and on.
Back to the last fucking lap. This is insane. I don't want to play this game anymore. You guys gonna judge me, right? Up.
Pika.
Blue shell on my ass, bro. Not gonna change anything in my life. The match is fucking.
Pika.
In my third try, it was finally over, and let's move on to the scores. This track is actually pretty fun if you get a good position on your first try. But if you keep falling off the mountain or getting screwed by the NPCs, you're gonna hate it. On 100cc or 50cc, I think you're gonna have a better time here. For me though, I'm giving it a solid 2 stars. That said, the mountain vibes, the fog, it does have some charm. For layout, it's kind of cluttered, it's narrow, it's chaotic, but it really gives you that feeling of driving on top of a mountain with fog everywhere and the constant sense that you can fall to your death at any moment. It's good shit, Nintendo. But I don't know if it was super well executed. Maybe the hardware limitations and all that. Still, I think it deserves 2.5 stars. So, a mountain made out of chocolate is a weird concept, I'm not gonna lie. And like I said earlier, the execution is not the best here, I think. At least the foggy atmosphere is nice. 1 star. But no nostalgia bonus point for this, which gives Choco Mountain an incredible 5.5. And yeah, I know this track has some insane shortcuts, and most of the tracks do, but I'm playing for fun, like I did when I was younger, without knowing all this internet magic you guys know now.
Because I was a kid. I mean, I don't know if it's really 20 years ago, okay, so maybe it's more. How? What? Oh, Wario won. Where's the fuck
Pika pika.
Wario was? Oh, Mario Raceway? I used to love, I think, Mario Raceway when I was young, but I don't remember a lot from it.
Now, we arrived at the last track of the Flower Cup, Mario Raceway. Every single time I tried to drift on this track, I just ended up cutting grass. So yeah, I'm not gonna drift anymore. I used to like this track a lot when I was younger. And like I said earlier, I've always had a soft spot for Mario Kart tracks that just feel like real race tracks. But now for the scores. Is this track fun? I think I enjoy Luigi's Raceway more, tiny bit more. If I gave that one 2.5, this one's gonna get 2 stars. There's a very interesting track shape here, but the curves were giving me a hard time. Is that my lack of skill? We'll never know. Still, solid enough. I think 2 stars is fair. A racetrack, but with a big Mario hat on top of the stand. It has some mountains, some trees, plants, and that grass tunnel that doesn't really change anything, just adds a bit of charm. Well, 1 I guess. I kinda have some nostalgia for Mario Raceway. I don't know why, but the tree texture lives in my mind for some reason, but not enough to warrant the bonus point, which leaves Mario Raceway with 5 stars. Wow. I end the Flower Cup with a mixed feeling. Honestly, I don't think it's a great cup. It has Frappe Snowland, and that's about it.
I don't think I'm gonna get first again.
To start the Star Cup, I decided to change characters and pick Mario. Let's see if that was a good idea. The first track of this cup is none other than the misunderstood and widely hated Wario Stadium. But first, I want to talk about rubber banding. For those who don't know, rubber banding is when the game dynamically adjusts the difficulty, making the AI catch up to you or fall behind to keep the race tense. And I felt this a lot on this track. Now, the vibes. The lazy work that they did with the Wario face plastered all over the walls gives a creepy vibe. And the thing is, this is not the first track where I get this eerie feeling, right? The stands of the stadium are supposed to be full, but it feels so empty, lonely, and kinda uncomfortable. It's creepy shit. What really surprised me though is that I actually had a lot of fun here. I wasn't expecting that at all, but me, Bowser, and Wario, we were constantly fighting for positions, going back and forth the entire race, and I think that contributed to my feeling towards the track. I had loads of fun in this one. Like I said before, maybe because it was like nerve-wracking till the end, but between the curves, jumps, and whatever, I had a great time. 4 stars. This track is long, very long, and never ends. Is this a bad thing? I'm not sure. Jumps are nice, would be better if you could do the tricks like in a deluxe. There are some sharp turns, some wide angles. Overall, it's a good layout, 2.5 stars. Okay, so Wario has a stadium for like monster trucks, interesting concept, but the Wario PNG everywhere combined with the N64 graphics creates that weird unsettling vibe I mentioned earlier. Is that on purpose? Is that good? Well, never gonna know. 1 star for you, Mr. Wario. As for nostalgia, I'm kinda conflicted here. I remember playing this one a lot growing up, but the weird feeling that gives me now, that's been there since I was a kid. Yeah, I'm gonna give the bonus point for Wario Stadium. So the total score of this track is 8.5. You guys can hate me in the comments, but first, subscribe and like the video. And of course, the ending is, I mean, what do you expect from me now? Seriously?
Right on, my boy. Look at this drift.
ピカピカ
No way. No way. No way. No way. No way. No way. It always happened in the end, bro. Why? I'm gonna cry. I'm gonna cry.
Next one is Sherbet Land, or as I used to say, Sherbet Land. First things first, I love the noise the penguins make in this track. Second, I have mixed feelings on this one. I used to both love and hate this track at the same time. I really like the outdoor sections, the open ice, the atmosphere. But I hate the cave section with the penguins. That said, the cave is also one of the things that makes this track feel unique. So yeah, I'm a complicated person. There's one thing that you are so punished if you make mistakes in this game. Look at this penguin, tackling me and making me fall into freezing waters. And trust me, you are going to see so many more examples of what I'm talking about later, right? Bowser's Castle. As for the score, it was very fun to play in this track again. The penguins and the pillars create some unexpected challenges. I'll give it a 3.5 stars. The layout here is really good. Of course, the cave section is a little hard, but outside that, the track layout is fun, has a nice flow, it never feels repetitive. Even though most of it is just ice roads with water on the side, I think it deserves 3 stars. Okay guys, we need another track. Anyone got an idea? What about Antarctica? That's basically this track, but it's good. The reflective icy road is very cool. The penguins making weird noises, but it's nothing more than that. So 1 star. And yeah, bonus point for sure. I don't know why, but I have this feeling that I have played this track so many times in my life. This gives Sherbet Land a total score of 8.5.
Royal Raceway, that's a good one. I used to love this one, I think. Maybe not, but
Royal Raceway, we need to talk. I remember this track being fun and easy. Now, I don't know if I had the Mario Kart 8 Deluxe version in my head or what, but damn, I had a hard time. Well, putting my lack of driving skills aside, this track does have Peach's Castle, a place where every single kid playing this game tried to go inside and explore. Unfortunately, Nintendo didn't want us to have fun. At this point of the track, I was already a bit mad. Maybe my heart knew what was coming next. So naturally, I start talking shit about you guys.
certain YouTube channel plays much better and win all of it at 150 and still blah blah blah. Yeah, I don't care, you know. I'm just playing to have fun, to make my own video my way, you know. Playing like I used to play when I was a kid, like stupid and not knowing like shortcuts and shit like that, and falling on the fucking water. Oh my god.
See, I was so focused on complaining that I ended up getting 6th place.
Mamma mia, indeed.
In the second try, everything was kind of okay. And I thought I was super smart using the mushroom. I better be quiet sometimes.
And then I just destroyed my race.
Let's score this thing. I have a different memory of this track. I didn't have as much fun as I expected. I think the 8 Deluxe version is much better, so that leaves 2 stars for Peach. Okay, it's a normal racetrack, or is it? You've got a ramp followed by a jump that launches you straight towards the castle, and that's a really nice touch. The mountains hiding what's coming next is clever too. I'm not sure, I'm between 3 and 2.5. 2.5 it is. Well, a racetrack, but in the princess backyard. Nice, 1 star. Just the amount of time I spent trying to go inside the castle is already enough to award this track with the bonus point. That puts Royal Raceway with a total score of 6.5.
Okay, here. Guys, we have a dream. We have a dream. We have a dream.
Yeah, I didn't know what kind of journey I was about to enter. This is easily the second creepiest track in all of Mario Kart 64. Here you really feel alone, even with those insane thwomps trying to end your life every 5 seconds. Boy, I hate them. You'll see why in a bit. The eerie vibe of this castle and the garden, everything feels so out of place. I don't even know how to fully explain my feelings towards this track. When I was younger, it scared the hell out of me, but I also explored every single corner of it. The soundtrack, once again, is crazy good. It makes the vibe 100% worse, or better, depends on how much emotional damage you enjoy. My Christmas wish has always been for Nintendo to remake this track, but like a good remake, not whatever they did to Coconut Mall in 8 Deluxe. Okay, so this is gonna take some time. To summarize, I had to play this race 5 times, because I suck, and this track is insane. It doesn't even feel like rubber banding works properly here, and on top of that, thwomps are bullshit. I really hoped for like a bullet bill power up in this track. It was worse than playing Dark Souls, and I hate Dark Souls.
Thwomp that is... The thwomp that is... in jail. That was... I was fucking going to say. Oh my god, this video is gonna be K. Nothing. 4th is okay. Just following bitches. How am I supposed to go through it? Really? Oh, no way. I was almost catching them and this fucking part of the thwomps. I think I'm gonna need to redo this so many times. The thwomp in the jail, all the corridors, me fucking everything up. So iconic. Get out of my way. Let me be first for at least a split second. Wow. Wow. Just wow. Are you kidding me? Only once. I hit them. I hit them all. Oh my god, I hit them all. I'm gonna be. Where am I? Like, okay, so this was always super creepy. I don't know how they didn't make very happy person. Come on, the fucking rubber banding can work, but it's not gonna work. It's me. What is that hitbox? Why? Alright, Luigi. Alright, again, boy. My boy. My boy. My boy. My boy. My boy. My boy. Oh, wow, I hit Luigi now that the match is over, and I'm gonna start again for the third time. And we started very well by now. Hitting the fucking monkey in front of me. No. 7th, I guess. I'm gonna be here the whole day, right? Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. I went to check something on my phone and I fucking died. Get out of my way, please. How did this happen? Let's try again. 4th time. Lock in. How am I supposed to go through? Everyone goes through and I'm stuck. Fourth time this race. I can't believe. This is so much harder than I was supposed to, right? Right? I am. I'm not even. I just went in the 4th place and I'm not gonna get it. Fuck my life. Please, please, I'm not gonna get better than 5th place.
Okay, for the score, I had fun on the first race. After that, it was just desperation, suffering, pain. Yeah, I know part of the blame is on me, but I can't give this torture more than 2.5 stars. The layout itself is great, sharp turns, tons of obstacles. You go up, you go down, you hit bumps a billion times. I don't know. If my judgment was only for this gameplay, -10 score. But overall, it deserves a 2.5. The concept here is a creepy castle with lava, a guy in a jail, a backroom-like garden, solid 2 stars. And yeah, I explored this so many times as a kid that it deserves the bonus point. That puts Bowser Castle and my painful journey with a total score of 8. Again, this was a bag of mixed feelings, but overall, it is much better than the Flower Cup. And yeah, Mario was a terrible choice. The meta is definitely DK or Bowser. Now, finally, the Special Cup. A cup that starts with a banger. DK's Jungle Parkway. I used to love this map. I've always been a big animal lover. Animal Planet was basically my childhood. I used to explore this non-stop. I'm trying to find animals everywhere. And I genuinely believed that those fruits or balls that the track throws at you when you go off-road were being thrown by animals. In my head, that was canon. I really wanted this remade in Mario Kart World. I think it would fit perfectly in that map. Imagine like a lush jungle with boat crossing the river, more details. Oh my god, please Nintendo. The cave shortcut is a must. I've used that since my cousin showed me back in, I don't know, 2004. What can I say? This track is just fun. The only reason it's not a 5 is because I wish it was a little bit longer. So yeah, 4 stars. If you look just at the minimap, this track looks good, but kinda simple. However, the big jump over the river, the boat crossing, the bridge section, the cave, everything's so good and so well thought out. 3 stars for the monkey. DK's Jungle Parkway. The name says it all. 2 stars for concept. Oh, the bonus point's gonna make this a 10? 10 it is. And that shortcut almost gave me 2nd place, but Mario and Bowser had other plans. The good times are over because we arrived at Yoshi Valley. The 8 Deluxe version is way easier. There's a clear right path to take. You always know what you need to do, who is in front of who, and it's basically impossible to fall out of the track. However, this one here is insane. From what I know, N64 limitations made it impossible to know the position properly, and child me thought that was a feature of the track. The mystery was crazy. You were always at the edge, trying not to fall, trying to pick the right path, not hit the porcupine or whatever that is, and of course the giant Yoshi egg. I don't want to know how that got... Never mind. By the way, the soundtrack is so good, and yeah. On my first try, I screwed up, of course, and finished 6th. So what?
I was 6th. Good job. Okay, so it looks like we need to do this again because our first lap was intense, to say the least.
The second try started with me immediately falling off the track like a pile of trash. What's interesting about this map is that weird feeling I keep talking about. It shows up here, but in a different way. On the surface, this is like a happy map, nothing creepy, nothing scary, but have you noticed that this canyon-like place is in the middle of nowhere? You look at the horizon and there's just nothing. This Teletubby-like place is very creepy for me. Maybe I have some mental issues, but that doesn't matter. This map is hard, yet fun. You have more fun if you play with your friends. But alone, I think 3 stars is enough. We all agree that the layout here is great. It's so easy to fall to death in 150cc. Like I said earlier, it's very hard to know which path is the right one, the fastest one, and the giant egg that turns you into a pancake if it hits you. Great stuff. 2.5 stars. Okay, this is a Grand Canyon, but with a giant Yoshi egg. What drug were they on? 1 star. Like I mentioned, this map is way more fun with friends. That's where nostalgia hits me. Playing with my cousins or sisters, yeah, that's a bonus point. Which leaves Yoshi Valley with a score of 7.5.
Two more to go. The next one is one of the hardest.
Guys, it's time for the single most terrifying track in all of Mario Kart history. Banshee Boardwalk. This map is pitch black, not a single star in the sky. That super creepy building with the bats coming out and those arrows on the walls that for some reason when I was younger I thought they were made out of blood, but it doesn't make sense because they are like green. There are also the boos coming to get your ass and the jumping cheap out of nowhere. The soundtrack, Nintendo cooked with this one. I talked too much while playing, so I didn't focus and I had to retry.
Yeah, okay, so it was hard for me 50cc 20 years ago and still hard for me at 150 20 years later. As you guys can see, I don't know how to drive, looks like.
That's becoming a pattern. Putting this track right before Rainbow Road is both a good and a bad choice. Bad because younger me could never do well in this and I'd rage quit, turn the N64 off and never even get a chance to play on Rainbow Road. Then I found out about time trials and how I could just play Rainbow Road there. And the good part is that it's the final big, creepy, hard challenge before the rainbow. Poetic, Nintendo, gotta give you that. So the track is fun. Kinda. It's hard on 150cc and I've had a bad relationship with this track since my childhood. So for this, 2 stars. Layout, however, it's good. It's hard on purpose. As I said, it's the last challenge before the beautiful Rainbow Road. Some nasty curves, the broken building section. It is kind of random, but 2 stars for layout. So what is the concept here exactly? I can't really understand. A ghost harbor reminds me of Scooby-Doo for some reason. 1 star. And this was nightmare fuel for me, so yeah, it gets the bonus star, which gives Banshee Boardwalk a total score of 6 stars.
Last one, guys. Finally, after an hour and 25 minutes.
What a ride it has been. It's been literally 21 years since I last played this game, and now my favorite track, the magical Rainbow Road. And I fall off the map in the first second. How? Anyway, back to what matters. This track can feel a little bit outdated now, even more after the amazing remake made for A Deluxe. For me, that is the definitive Rainbow Road. The city lights underneath, the soundtrack, one of the best in the history, the firework characters popping up everywhere, it's just great stuff. But back to the N64 one, the neon characters floating in this endless sky fill the track with such a simple, cute kind of magic. I spent so much time in time trials on this track, like I said before, just driving around, listening to the song, and immersing myself in the colors. This is super fun. It gets a little bit annoying the last stretch of the race, but it's good. Sometimes you don't even see who is in first place, and then you catch up to them later. That's great. Just 5 stars. The layout is good, of course. The race goes on for a little bit too long. I think 2 laps would have been ideal. Some parts are just straight lines. However, the twists and turns are good to give some variation and challenge. You still enjoy this a lot. I want to give this a 3, but I think 2.5 is the best I can do. Sorry, my beloved Rainbow Road. The concept is a racing track in the sky on a rainbow road with neon characters popping up. 10 out of 10. So, 2 stars. And this is the definition of nostalgia. No discussion. Which means that Rainbow Road gets a total score of 10.5. What can I do?
Get out, fucking Wario.
So this marks the end of the Special Cup. 2 of the hardest tracks of the game are here. I'm looking at you, Banshee Boardwalk and Yoshi Valley. And 2 of the most awesome tracks are here too, DK Parkway and Rainbow Road. But now let's check our final rankings. Our 3 lowest scores are Choco Mountain with an incredible 5.5. Moo Moo Farm, that's a surprise, with also 5.5. And the lowest rated track of all, Mario Raceway with 5 stars. So now for our top 3. Coming in 3rd place, DK's Jungle Parkway with a 10. Followed by Rainbow Road in 2nd with 10.5 stars. And in 1st place with an outstanding and probably upsetting to some 11-star rating Kalimari Desert. And that's it. Here's the full list. That's every single track in Mario Kart 64 ranked. A game that hasn't aged perfectly, absolutely hates the player, did this game screw me over more times than I can count, 100%. But here's the thing. Every track still has something special. The music, vibe, imagination, creativity, it's all there. In my opinion, this game was clearly made to play with friends on a couch, talking trash, laughing, restarting the races for no reason, taking breaks to eat some pizza. That's what it's all about. The highest score was Kalimari Desert, but the real winner here is the fact that this game can still make me feel like a kid, even while it's actively trying to ruin my life. Thank you guys for taking this ride with me. Consider subscribing and leaving a like. See you guys soon.